Hey everyone, and welcome to the Defining Your Life podcast, where we focus on living in our purpose, practicing presence, and activating our power in each moment. I'm Marsharelle, your resident pep talk provider, and I invite you to join me as we continue to learn, lift each other up, and strive to level up together. Because we are never finished defining our lives, and it takes a village, so let's build one. Stay tuned for the episode. Hey everyone, I hope that all is well, that you were able to enjoy the long weekend in a way that brought you joy, and that you entered this new week feeling refreshed, recharged, and ready to take on anything. Let's always remember, y'all, to really focus on joy and gratitude. It's so precious. And these words, even as I say them, can often feel overused. I get it. I tire of hearing all the talk, sometimes, especially if I'm in a funky mood, which I'm not right now, but I'm just acknowledging that sometimes I feel like, all right, already, enough with the gratitude and the intentions and the blah, blah, blah. Don't show me another affirmation or ask me any of it. All things that I firmly and 100% subscribe to. But, enough with it already, you feel like sometimes. But the truth is, they really are the gifts that help keep us going when we are fatigued, mentally or physically, even when the words are run deep down into the hole, overused, whatever. If we step back and recognize what we are grateful for and intentionally find a reason to be joyful, it makes a world of difference in how we move each day. And if you missed the last episode with Marsharelle in our rapid fire feature interview, please go back and take a listen to that. She shared a powerful message about the role that attitude plays in our life, along with doing the things that bring us joy, no matter the obstacles that we are faced with. And reflecting on our conversation got me to thinking, per usual, about change. I know we talk about it all the time. It never gets old on here, right? But we talk about taking things one step at a time, implementing practices little by little, as well as reflecting on how each practice makes an impact on its own. But today I want to focus on the collective impact of these changes. What about metamorphosis? A true transformation, not just a little change. Do you ever think about that? Is it something that you desire? And if you do desire it, do you think that a metamorphosis is even achievable for you? Does it feel too large, too bold? I'm here to remind you that it is achievable. It is something that is within reach for you if you want that. Metamorphosis is defined as a change of the form or nature of a thing or person into a completely different one by natural or supernatural means. Changing into something completely different at first, second, or maybe even third thought may sound a little scary. Or maybe to you, it may sound like a betrayal of your old self. Leaving the you that you knew so well behind, ditching your comfortable shoes for a fresh pair that you have yet to break in. Folks don't really walk around saying they want to morph into something different. Because how then do you recognize yourself? This new you that you want to see, but don't really believe is going to be, But perhaps we can look through a different lens today and see the excitement and all of the possibility that awaits us through metamorphosis. And it all goes back to process. We are here on this earth taking a journey, going through a process. And if you're open to improvement and change, the metamorphosis is already happening. You may not identify it as such, but that's what it is. It can be scary to not know what's on the other side. We may know that we want to do something different, change ourselves, our environment, the people around us. But fear is typically attached because even when we anticipate that this change is good, more good is going to come from it. The reality is we don't really know the outcome of taking that step forward. We are doing it blindly every time. And because we may have seen someone else's results and their results were great, we're still unsure of how it's going to look in our own lives, right? So that's great to see that as an example, but it doesn't remove the fear. But like a butterfly or a phoenix rising from the ashes, we have the ability to create ourselves anew in the most beautiful of ways. And beauty is sometimes accompanied by fear. A little change here and there is great, and that may be all that you are looking for right now. And if that is all you're looking for, chances are you've already made some substantial changes in your life during another phase. But let me speak to those who are still only taking baby steps for a moment right now. To fully experience the power of those individual changes that we worked so hard for, we have to shed that remaining old skin, leaving the old shell of ourselves behind. We have to undergo full transformation. Here's an example. If you know that you have made great strides to get to work on time, but you've been carpooling with a friend that's chronically late, are you able to fully embrace and appreciate all the effort you put in, the result of being on time, and just the feeling of pride you have from having accomplished this new level of timeliness in your life? You work so hard to get up earlier, get yourself together, get out the door. All important changes on their own, right? But only to pick up or wait for that person who is always late. And just like that, you are derailed, reaping no benefits from your hard work of pre-planning, getting up, setting your alarm clock, putting forth that extra energy in the morning. None of that matters because old habits die hard, but you have to shed that remaining skin. Metamorphosis happens at a deep level. It's not just the surface. We can't just put on a full face of makeup and claim to have great skin. We have to make the investments of time, consistency, maybe a little microdermabrasion, the hard work that it takes to get to that natural glow that we're looking for. What does metamorphosis look like for you? What's that remaining skin that you need to shed? You're almost there. Just push a little more so that you can see the transformation. That shine, that glow you've been searching for is just beneath the surface now. We're not talking about trying something new for a little bit and then quickly returning to our old habits, because the commitment is different than what you expected in the beginning, right? Maybe it was more than you bargained for. More work, more effort than you were willing to put in at the time. But just remember that true transformation, true metamorphosis is the result of your ongoing commitment to change. The temporary doesn't take us anywhere. And I don't know about you, but I love taking in new sights, seeing all that this world has to offer and continuing to discover and share what I have to offer with the world. So don't get caught up in what you don't know or the results that you were expecting to see immediately from the 2 or 3 days worth of effort you put in. Maybe it was 2 or 3 months. Every day counts for sure, but transformation is a long game and the payoff is big. So don't cheat yourself by throwing in the towel too soon. If you're currently in the business of change, reflect on the root reason for the desire to be different. The root reason is where that true transformation lies. Keep asking yourself why until there's nothing else that you can answer. You want a new job? Why? Is it that your current job doesn't pay enough? Well, why not? Are you underemployed or haven't been awarded a promotion? Why is that? Do you need to level up your skill set, or have you allowed yourself to just remain stagnant in a job when you know full on that it was time to move on? You can keep going down the rabbit hole of whys until you get to the root. Your transformation lies in the making of those difficult decisions that come from analyzing the why. So shed that skin of fear. Don't be afraid to dig deep. You're worth it. And just really take some time to drill down on the ultimate why. I hope that by thinking about the different answers that resulted from your series of whys, you'll discover your reasons and you'll be motivated to move forward. Have you ever found yourself envious of someone doing something that you only wish you could do? This isn't a new concept. I'm sure we've even talked about it here before. But, there are those folks that always seem full of drive, real go-getters. They have it all together. Those people you admire, they didn't get to where they were by worrying about what anyone else was doing. They left behind the old skin, their old shell, their chrysalis, so that they could fly in all of their glory. So let's fly together, right alongside one another, on our own path. I want to leave you with a quote from Karen Salmonson today. There's one problem you face after becoming a butterfly. What will the caterpillars say? Thanks so much for listening today. I hope that what I've shared has been beneficial. And if you believe it has, please take a moment to rate, review, and share the podcast. Follow the pod if you haven't already. You know you like it here. I can't wait to chat with you all again next week. Take care until then.